Hey there, hi, welcome to the channel. I am Garrett, and thank you for spending some time with me today because in this video, I've got some secrets that I'm sharing with you, and the secret is that we can make your house beautiful most of the time without spending any money or very little. Now, the first thing you can do to make your home look beautiful, you can make it look fresh, inviting, welcoming. It's all about not having messed up walls. It's not inviting and welcoming. It doesn't look fresh. It doesn't look beautiful to me when I see scuffs, scrapes, dings on the walls. You gotta do something about it. Gotta do something. And usually it involves touch-up painting. Now, if you had your house painted initially, you probably have that extra paint and you can use it to touch up those areas, and that doesn't cost anything, but it makes a big difference. Same thing goes for all of the trim and baseboards in your house. They are there to literally protect your walls, okay? That's why you have baseboards there. They're, to cover up the edge and protect your walls. They tend to get scuffed. Like, the vacuum cleaner knocks into it, the leg of a piece of furniture scuffs it. That's a good spot to touch up paint, or better yet, get that little scrubby sponge and go at it. Get those scuffs off the wall, clean them up. And I'm always telling you, I paint my walls in a flat paint, a high quality flat paint, and it's actually wipeable and washable. And that's what you should look out for, is that, the paint in your home, can you clean it? If not, maybe it's time to consider repainting. Now, obviously, repainting your space is going to cost you a little bit of money. Okay, it's not cheap even if you do it yourself, but in the grand scheme of things, it could make a big difference. That's also a good tip to really pull a space together, because a lot of people, I find, they have a great sense of style, or they're able to replicate things or get inspired by things and do them in their homes. And they, pick out beautiful furniture, chairs, everything looks great. And then the wall color is just not doing them any favors. So if you're in a position where you can paint the walls, if you are working with your landlord and they're okay with that, if you own your home, you could paint your walls and do something really interesting with them to pull the space in together. Something like repainting your house is not for everyone to do on their own, and it could look really bad if you don't do a good job, but it's worth considering. Another great way to make your home beautiful without spending any money is to rethink the layout of your space, of your room, whether it's your living room, your dining room, bedrooms. Consider reorienting all of the furniture and the direction it faces or what the focal point is. You can really refresh your home just by moving some pieces around. And I will say that, sometimes you want to refresh a space. Like, I made over this office, and you can check out that video right up here, where I basically just rearranged all the furniture. I didn't buy anything new. I didn't spend any money. It's all stuff I had, but I worked a different layout, and now it's like a new life is in this space. I sat on the sofa and filmed videos for like 2 years, okay? And my desk was in this spot and the sofa was over there. I rearranged it and it feels like an entirely new space. It's making me fall in love with filming in this spot again, which I love. And you can do the same thing in your home. I'm not saying you need to start your own, interior design YouTube channel, because I've kind of got this space covered, at least as far as good design advice is concerned. But you could certainly, change the functionality of a space by redoing the layout. Something like a layout can also really affect the usage you have in a space, or the way it feels inviting or welcoming. Like, I always want to be looking into an arrangement. Let's say your living room, for example. I don't want to walk into a space and see the back of a sofa. That doesn't feel inviting to me. I don't love that. So I would rather walk into a space and see something that feels very open, where I feel like I can walk directly in and sit on the sofa or the chairs. It feels open to the rest of the space when you first walk in. That's a good thing to consider for your home. And you might also want the opposite of that. Maybe you're like looking around like, gosh, that rug is getting so dirty, everybody walks across it. That's a good spot for a piece of furniture. Okay, put a piece of furniture there, nobody's stepping on it. Consider the layout in your space, and redoing it, rearranging it can have a major, major impact. And this is something I talk about with clients all of the time. We can really make over a space without spending a ton of money. Sometimes it's just like, that chair's in the wrong spot, swap it with this one, angle it that way, and it makes a big difference. Or, the layout, like, I like that, but maybe that sofa needs to have its back turned this way or facing a different direction, and that works out beautifully for them. And if you're looking to make some of those major changes in your home, whether it is looking at the layout in your space or just determining what's wrong with it, what you don't like about it, because sometimes you love your home, but you just can't figure out what's out of place, picking out paint colors. I do it all the time. You can book a one-on-one consultation with me using the link in the description box down below, or going to intro.co/GarrettLeChic. Now, something I love doing in my home that really refreshes the space is I just swap around the decor and accessories. I just change up what's in each area, I rethink it, reevaluate it, and then I feel like I have an entirely new home. And that is something you should be doing. And I also think that when you're swapping out decor, you're looking at it, you're saying, does this go here? Does it work here? You can also address whether or not you need it and whether or not it should remain in your home, because not every piece is a great piece or is like a sentimental piece that you absolutely have to have. Sometimes you bought it as a filler piece or it matched or it went, and we can replace it with something more meaningful at this point. I love to redecorate just using decor and accessories, and you're always going to find some creative way to do that. I think exposure is the best inspiration for design. Check out design coffee table books. Follow design influencers. I don't follow design advice influencers because I give the good advice. So you're already here and that's great. You should definitely hit the subscribe button. But I do think following interior designers that are doing like top level client work, somebody whose style represents your own, people whose style does not reflect your own is also really great to get inspired. Broadening your horizons is a good way to look at what designers are doing with decor and accessories stylistically, and then you can reinterpret that in your own way in your home. And you might also see the same exact thing you have worked in a different way. Here's an example. In my Home Goods Shop With Me video, I bought this vase and I love it. I'm obsessed with this vase. I think it's beautiful. And I showed it to everybody and I was like, you know what? I saw it sitting on the shelf, had to have it. Literally, it's concrete. It's so heavy. I'm putting this down right this second. And so many people commented and said, that's a dupe for this, or that looks like that. I have the same thing, I got it from here. It's only smaller, it's bigger. And I love that. I can go and look at all of these other designers who are doing completely different styles of work than I typically do or I do in my home, and I can get inspired and reinterpret the same thing in a different way. Doing that with your decor is an easy way to refresh your home, completely change the atmosphere and feeling of it, and also artwork. Swap around your artwork. You've got great pieces. Maybe they're just not hung in the right way or the right place. Take all of those little small pieces, layer them together, stack them, put them on a thin wall. I love that. This piece right here, I love it because the scale is so great on this wall, but I like to hang something above it to really play with the scale. And that could be a smaller piece of artwork. It could be a more sculptural piece of artwork. It could be something interesting, or even just like a sconce light above it could be so great. There are lots of things you can do in your home to play around with decor that will immediately make it more beautiful and completely refreshed. And it's stuff you already have, okay? It didn't cost you anything, and I think that is fantastic. If you made it this far in the video, I am aware that you are enjoying the content, you're seeing the value, and you are seeing the aesthetics. And I love that for me and for you, which is why you should take a moment and hit that subscribe button and join us. Become a part of our LeChic family, because we would love to have you here. We are saving the world from bad design one home at a time. And I hate to say that maybe yours is next, but if you're not subscribed, honey, there is no guaranteeing. I would also like to take a moment and thank all of my subscribers that are here watching this video, especially for those of you that are showing up in the first hour and clicking on this video. It helps me battle YouTube's algorithm and defeat it. And you know I love and support every single one of our LeChic family members, so please take a moment and give this video a like. Now, another thing we can do, another secret I have up my sleeve that I will share with you, is that we can make your home beautiful by personalizing it. And I don't mean like, let's go make all of these changes and do things yourself. Like, I don't have the strength or the energy for that right now. What I can do is add in personal mementos, things like family photos, things that matter to you. A lot of designers tell you, don't put family photos up, don't put family photos up. Literally, who lives here, okay? If it's my house, I'm gonna have pictures of my family in it. Like, that's what I like, okay? Those are the people that I care the most about. I want to see their pictures. I want to see their faces, even if they're not here. Put family photos in your house. It's a great way to make your home feel personal, interesting. And let me tell you what, I love going over to someone's house and seeing their photos all around, because I'm literally gonna go through them and look at each and every one of them, okay? I'm interested in that. Like, I don't know who's not, because if I'm going over to your house, I obviously am like, I like you, whoever you are. Like, I'm not gonna go over to someone's house that I don't know, don't like, don't care about. So I want to see those things. But I don't think you need to do massive gallery walls of family photos. I personally like framed photos. I like them sitting on tabletops, you know, put them on an entry table, put them on a sofa table, put them on your mantle even. Those are great places for family photos. Put a photo album on your coffee table. It's a really wonderful, wonderful way to make your home feel very sentimental and feel special to you without having to do a ton of stuff. You already have the pictures. Go print them out. Okay, maybe they're already printed and you just need some frames. Go swap out the frames you already have, and you can also rotate photos through. So during the holiday season, put up family photos from that holiday season in those frames. Like swap them out, swap them around. You're seeing something different all the time. That's a great way to refresh, reinvigorate life into your home, but make it sentimental and make it special to you. That's what makes a home beautiful, not just when it looks perfectly staged and styled, when it feels inviting and warm and like someone actually lives there. Something else you can do to make your home beautiful that does not cost any money or doesn't have to cost a ton of money is to get your drapery hemmed to length. I think what makes a home look luxurious and expensive is a well-fit drape. You know, and you don't have to have drapes. Like you can have a Roman blind, you could have just normal blinds, I guess, like a Venetian blind, you could have shutters. I love drapes. I just think they add so much elegance and scale to a space. They're not for every space, and that's okay. But curtains, drapes that fit your space beautifully, make your home look beautiful. And sometimes it doesn't cost any money to do that, or, you know, maybe you have a family friend that owes a favor, or is it actually a seamstress? Like, and you want to support them, put a little bit of money into having those drapes hemmed could make the biggest difference in your space. There's also a very strong resale market for custom drapes. Like if you have custom drapes made for your home, they don't fit anybody else's house. They're not going to. They don't fit everybody else's window perfectly, but a lot of times people that have this done do them in designer fabrics. So if you buy a house that has the drapes there and you're like, no, those are ugly, dated, I don't like them. If they're custom, literally list them for sale on eBay. Okay, probably I'm gonna buy them, all right? Like I love doing that. I love getting something vintage or something that was custom and recustomizing it for myself. Even people will buy them because they like that fabric and use it to make pillows or reupholster a cushion in it or something like that. You have no idea what's out there. Go and look. Custom drapes are so expensive, okay? And if you're like, we have no window treatments, we're looking for some, I've got the best ones linked in my Amazon storefront right now. They look great and they're budget friendly. They're very elevated. Be sure you head down there and check out my Amazon storefront. I also have more customized ones that I like to have here in my studio. They're a bit more expensive. They're also linked in the description box. But you can have drapes that are from a store package and have them hemmed, okay? Just have them hemmed so they fit perfectly and you are good to go. That's what's luxurious, that's what's beautiful, but hemming drapes does not have to be expensive, and it makes a world of difference in terms of the design, the beauty, and the aesthetic of your space. Also, I think it makes a home look more expensive. So you can make your home look more expensive, look more elevated on a budget, which is something I obviously love. Now, what you need to hear, the next secret I have to share with you, it might be hard for some of you, but I'm gonna tell you this with love. Also a little bit of disgust. You need to clean your house. A deep clean will make your home look beautiful. And if you're doing it yourself, it doesn't have to cost any money, okay? Like you need to deep clean the house. Don't have dust in the corners, on the floor and everything like that. Don't have it on the tabletops. Wipe it down, honey. Get into there, get a little rag, wipe it down, and it will immediately change the overall atmosphere and feeling of your space. Also, opening up your windows, letting fresh air in, because after you've dusted and cleaned everything, if your house is a dusty mess, the dust is probably all in the air. We're upgrading and elevating the air quality, which is something you need to hear. Clean the windows, let in additional light. I'm looking at these windows now and I'm like, ooh, it's a mess. It's because it rained and then we had a windstorm or like a sandstorm. So there's like, it's a mess. I don't want to talk about it. I have to clean them. It's bothering me. But that is something that happens to homes, okay? They get dirty. They have to be cleaned. It's just the reality of life. Cleaning your home makes it look beautiful, makes it look refreshed, reorganizing things, putting them away. So when you walk into a space, it's like magazine ready. I love that for you. I love it for me as a guest coming over. I love it for me who lives in my house that wants it to be beautiful. Do not underestimate the power of a deep clean in your home because it will make it look beautiful and cost you nothing. Also, somebody needs to tell you, and I'm gonna be the one to do it because like I said, with love, I'm looking around here right now. You need to declutter, honey. Put some of the mess away, get the junk hidden, okay? Fill up some of those empty cabinets with the stuff we don't wanna see and get your home looking beautiful and refreshed. Now, while your home is in the process of being refreshed, be sure you are rethinking those living room arrangements, and you can do that by checking out this video right here all about the best living room layouts